Hey, hello everyone, welcome back to Chess with Devons. My name is Devons for those that are new on this channel, and make sure you subscribe and enjoy my puzzles. Today we have another interesting puzzle, but before we get into the puzzle, I want to wish you a happy International Beer Day. Shout out Graham, I know beer is one of your best friends. And then on the other hand, it's also International Girlfriend's Day. I don't know who did that. I don't know who put International Girlfriend's Day on the same day as International Beer Day, because beer is a very big competition to women. Whoever did that really hates women, because some guys really like beer more than their girlfriends. But anyways, I wish all the female viewers on this channel a happy International Girlfriend's Day, and all the males, please do something for your girlfriend today. It could be your wife or your fiancé. Okay, so let's get into the puzzle. So this is not a mate in two puzzle like the previous one. This is a white to win puzzle. It's a bit tricky. It looks easy, but it's a bit tricky. As we see, it's white turns to play, but already white is in a check. The black rook is checking white, and it's white's turn to play. Whatever move it is to first get out of the check, and then try to see if white can promote to a piece that can help it win this game. Right? So it looks easy, but I would want you guys to first try it out and see how hard it is before I explain it. So you can pause the video and see if you can find the moves that white has to play to win this game. You can pause the video and come back when you find it. All right. Okay, all right. Did you find the moves? If you found the moves, please share with us what you found. And if you didn't, it's fine. We're going to pass through it. Your moves can be right, they could be wrong. We don't mind. What we mind is giving a review. That's what matters to us. And make sure you like the video. You know the YouTube business, all right? So okay, let's try it out. Since white is in a check, white's first move will be to get out of the check, all right? So let's say white's first move is b7. b7 means that white is no longer in the check, but it's still protecting the pawn, all right? But then black can respond with d7 as well. Now d7 means the pawn is pinned and cannot promote. So white may play c6 to threaten the rook away so that it can promote. But then black can just respond by taking the pawn. And then when you take the rook, that's a draw. So white is not winning anymore. Remember, our objective is to get a winning plan for white. So b7 doesn't win us the game. What about s7? s7, the same scenario, because rook can just play c6, and if you get to threaten the rook, still your pawn is gone, and when you take the rook, it's a draw. So b7 and a7 don't win us the game, and we can't play a6, we can't play b6, we can't play c6, because all that lane is in a check by the rook. All right, so let's try a5. a5 is also losing for us, because now rook will play c6, all right, and then whatever you do, the rook is taking the pawn, and now that's even a losing game for white. All right, so a5 is also not winning for us the game. What about c5? The idea is to c5 to threaten the rook away. Now rook can't play c6 anymore because you will take it. All right, so the rook, what will black do? Black can literally just come to d1. The idea is when you promote to a queen, black can just pin, and then when you get out, that's a losing game for white now, because now with the rook you can checkmate white. All right, so that's a losing game for white. So white may decide not to play there. White may decide to maybe respond with b6, all right, because it doesn't want to be pinned. But then still black can just come and then target the pawn. Remember, black just needs to take the pawn to win the game. All right, even if you try to protect it, now that's a draw. An exchange of pieces will lead to a draw. Black just needs to take the pawn for white not to win. So that is not winning for us. Even c5 is not winning for us. Okay, what about, so that means we are left with one move for white, and that is b5. All right, so king b5, white king b5 wins us the game. But how? There are very many variations here that need to get you the game. How does it win you the game? you can still pause the video, because now we know it is the move that wins us the game. You can still pause the video and see how it wins us the game. Okay, if you've paused it, you can let us know what you found. But if you haven't paused it, let's first continue with the solution. So black won't come here anymore. Black won't come to c6 anymore because it will be taken. So black will come, and again black can come to d1 with the idea of pinning, because now white can just promote, and now when you bring a rook it will be taken, and now it's losing for black. All right, so black won't play there anymore. Black won't play d1 anymore. Black will check, as it's the only good move for it, because if it whatever move it plays other than that will be losing for it. So it will check, and then what will be white's response? If white plays c4, it's now losing for white, because black will come back down here again, remember. And whatever, if black comes and finds those two in the c file, it's losing for white. And now white can't, so because now even if white plays here, black needs just to take the pawn. So white won't have to play white won't have to play white won't have to play c4. White will just have to continue after the check. White will just have to continue to b4. Yeah, and then again black can't come here to take the pawn because it will be taken, and then black still can't come down here because white will promote again. So black will have to just check again. All right, and if black checks again, white will just have to continue again. Are you seeing how this is leading to white winning? If you're not seeing, let's continue. So if white continues down to b3, black still can't come here to check to threaten the pawn because it will be taken, and still black can't come here to go to the c file, to maybe because the pawn will develop to a queen, and when you come you're taken. So black won't come to d1 anymore, and black already can't come to d7 to take the pawn because the pawn is just going to develop. All right, so black will just have to check again. Are you seeing what you're saying? What you're doing now? We are pulling the rook downwards, and now white will just have to respond with c2. And if white responds with c2, it means black can't come down to pin, because now if it comes down, it's taken. Black can't come down so that it moves to the c file to pin the king and the pawn. So black will just have to play black will just need to play a very smart move, and that smart move will be d4. Why is d4 a smart move? Because if white is not careful, white's first move will be to promote to a queen, and if you promote to a queen, then black will just play between the queen and the king. All right, someone is asking, then how is that a smart move? It's a smart move because white will have to take the rook. All right, because if white gets away, the queen is taken and it's losing for white. So white will just have to take the rook, and if you take the rook now, that's a stalemate because the black king can't go anywhere. All right, so that would be a smart move for white, and it's losing in a way that if you promote to a queen, you're gonna lead to a stalemate. So the smart move, the smart piece to promote to would be a rook. Why a rook? Because now if you bring your rook here, it's gone, right? It's gone. So ideally, black could play f4, because if he doesn't play f4, you're literally threatening a check. Maybe if it plays e4, you're literally threatening a check at the f file, right? So black is going to play f4 to threaten to cover that f file, so that when you bring your rook, it takes it. When you bring your rook to check, it takes it. So what is white's very clever move here? Do you see it? If you see it, let me know. White's clever move won't be to a rook move. White's best move here would be white king to b3. Why is that a best move for white? Because now the rook is being threatened. The black rook is being threatened, right? And then White is also threatening to checkmate from the last file, the first file down there. It's threatening to check. So if black moves its rook to any place, it's a checkmate, right? And if black decides to run away to play here so that it avoids the checkmate, the rook is gone and is still losing for black. So that was the right, those are the right moves for white to win. If you can follow, let's follow them back and you see them. It was white to b5, and then you follow, you keep bring black down, black follows, you bring back down, black follows, then you go to c2, and then black plays here as a smart move to capture if you're not smart enough, but you decide to promote to a rook. And then when black brings its rook, it's taken. But then black doesn't bring its rook. Black plays to the a file because you're threatening a checkmate at the a file. So black plays there, you bring your queen to b3, your king to b3. King b3 threatens the rook and also threatens the checkmate. And whatever black plays, let's say black removes its rook, and then that's a checkmate. All right. Even if black stays at the a file, that's a checkmate. So even if black decides to move to b2, then the rook is gone, and now that's still losing for white. So that's still losing for black. So I hope you found the moves. Let me know if you found them, and until next video, have a nice time. Don't forget to subscribe and also like the video. Have a nice time. Until next video, have a good time.